Welcome to latest News Blaster. In a stunning turn of events that has set Hollywood buzzing and left millions of fans worldwide holding their breath, Tim Allen, one of television's most recognizable faces and one of comedy's most enduring icons, has announced a permanent farewell to the industry he helped shape for more than 4 decades. The news broke early this morning through a heartfelt message shared across his official platforms, and within minutes, "Goodbye Tim Allen" began trending globally. For generations of viewers who grew up with his voice, his humor, and his unmistakable presence, the announcement feels like the end of an era, a final curtain closing on a chapter of entertainment history that may never be replicated. Allen's message, simple but emotionally loaded, explained that after years of non-stop filming, touring, and public life, he had reached a point where his heart was calling him elsewhere. He expressed deep gratitude to the fans who stood by him since his early stand-up days, and throughout his rise to sitcom superstardom. While he didn't provide every detail, the tone of his message made one thing clear: this wasn't a temporary break or a routine hiatus. This was a final goodbye, a decision shaped, as he put it, by the weight of time, the shift of priorities, and the realization that life's most meaningful chapters often begin after the spotlight dims. His words immediately sparked waves of speculation, sadness, and reflection among colleagues, journalists, and fans who have followed his career since the 1980s. Hollywood insiders revealed that Allen had been privately considering retirement for months. People close to him noticed a growing desire to step back from the fast-paced world of entertainment and focus on what he described as the simple and untouched parts of life that fame never allowed him to enjoy fully. For a man who has lived decades in the public eye, who created iconic characters like Tim Taylor in Home Improvement and lent his legendary voice to Buzz Lightyear, such a dramatic personal shift is monumental. His departure doesn't just represent a career ending, it represents the closing of a cultural chapter. The characters he brought to life weren't just roles, they became part of the collective memory of families across generations. This morning, fans gathered online to share their reactions. Some posted clips from Home Improvement, reminiscing about the moments that made them laugh during childhood. Others shared emotional tributes, remembering how Allen's voice in the Toy Story franchise carried them through the innocence of the 90s and early 2000s. Many described his decision as heartbreaking but understandable, acknowledging that even legends deserve rest, peace, and the chance to write the next chapter of their lives on their own terms. Social media became a digital scrapbook of memories, with fans reflecting on how his humor helped shape the tone of American comedy during a time when sitcoms were the heartbeat of family entertainment. Even celebrities joined the wave of emotional responses. CO stars and directors praised Allen's professionalism, generosity, and commitment to craft. Several mentioned that working with him felt like being part of a family, noting how his leadership on set created an atmosphere where actors felt supported and seen. Toy Story cast members recalled the intensity with which he approached his voice work, something many fans never witnessed. They spoke about how deeply he cared about Buzz Lightyear's character arc, how he would spend hours perfecting emotional delivery, and how seriously he took his responsibility to the children and families who adored the franchise. His departure, they said, leaves a gap that no one can truly fill. Industry experts highlighted that Allen's departure comes at a time when Hollywood is undergoing a massive shift. Streaming platforms dominate the landscape, traditional sitcoms have lost their once massive grip on American households, and classic comedic voices are becoming increasingly rare. For older fans, Allen represented the last of a generation, performers who brought warmth and relatability into living rooms without relying on shock value or sensationalism. In many ways, his retirement symbolizes the end of a golden era, a reminder of how quickly the entertainment world changes, and how important it is to preserve the artists who shaped its foundation. But while fans grapple with the emotional weight of his exit, those close to Allen insist that this decision comes from a place of clarity rather than sadness. They say he has been speaking for years about wanting to slow down, spend uninterrupted time with family, travel without schedules, and explore personal passions outside the camera frame. Some sources even hinted at writing projects, woodworking, and involvement in charitable work, interests he rarely had time to pursue fully. It seems that Allen is stepping away not because he has lost love for the industry, but because he finally has the courage to choose himself, over the constant demands of fame. Reporters have noted that Allen's departure letter held a nostalgic yet peaceful tone. He reflected on the early days of his career, when he performed in cramped comedy clubs and dreamed of one day making audiences laugh across the nation. He spoke about the unexpected success of Home Improvement, a show that became a phenomenon almost overnight, thrusting him into a level of fame he never fully anticipated.